power of questions. What do we mean by questions?
Effective questions.
So for the last 5 days again, 6 days again, we have been looking at how to ask questions to others. Now we are changing that. We are talking about what questions do you ask yourself and what questions to ask yourself when you have a problem or when you are trying to achieve an outcome. So in general, when we have a problem in our life, what questions do we ask ourselves?
Why we are having this problem at first place,
Perfect.
or what we are feeling about this problem.
So generally speaking, the one question that people have a tendency to ask whenever they are in problem is why me? True?
Yeah.
The worst question to ask, a question which will never really give you any answer that you can act on. Why?
Because no, sorry. The worst question to ask.
Yourself. Why me? Why is the worst? Why is the why me worst question to
Because
ask
it's
yourself?
completely taking away the agency from ourselves.
एक मिनट सचिन कुछ बोल रहे थे आप?
Why me?
Because it takes the agency completely away from ourselves, and we make ourselves more reactionary than that it is in our control. We are saying essentially that nothing is in our control, and this is something that is happening to me, and I have no control over it. So basically, I'll be calling myself helpless.
So that would be one reason.
I
Second,
think मेरे को पता ही होता कि why me, तो ये problem होता ही नहीं ना.
correct, but many a times people are looking at it introspection कि अच्छा कभी कुछ पता कर लूं क्यों हुआ था. So वैसे. Now the problem with that is, think of the answers that you will get. Let's say I have had a breakup and I ask myself why me? What are the possible answers I'm going to get to that question?
क्योंकि तू better deserve करता है.
I'm ugly.
Better deserve करता तो मैं why me पूछता ही नहीं. I would have just moved out. Right?
No, I
So-
get these answers.
Correct. So when Sachin says maybe I'm ugly, or maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe my partner is not worthy, maybe
तो कोई problem होगी.
लोगों के ऊपर तो भरोसा करना ही नहीं चाहिए. Maybe relationships are not meant for me. Maybe मेरे पेरेंट्स की रिलेशनशिप खराब थी तो इसलिए मेरे साथ भी ऐसा हो रहा है, या मे बी मेरे पिछले कर्मों के फल हैं. इनमें से कौन से क्वेश्चन का आंसर इज एक्चुअली हेल्पिंग यू रिजॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम?
It's very sounding harsh actually. So,
Yeah, but these are the answers that we get, right? When we ask ourselves, why do I have this problem in my life? Eventually the answers will boil down to one of these things. या तो कुछ खराब हुआ होगा, या तो तुमने कुछ गलत किया होगा, या किसी और ने कुछ गलत किया होगा, या तुम्हारी किस्मत ही ऐसी थी.
I wanted to know, suppose if you take it like, I'm not saying you should ask this question, but what if you take it like, okay, probably I need to learn a skill set now for some other thing which is going to come up in the future, and that is why it is me right now.
Correct. So wouldn't then it be a better question to ask, what do I need to do for it to not repeat again?
Yeah,
it's the verbalization of the question that makes the difference. See, think of your mind as a very powerful search engine. When you go to Google and when you search why relationships fail, and when you search Google, what can I do to make my relationship work, you will notice that the answers that you get in articles will be very different. Both answers are coming from Google or from the material that's available on the internet. But what answer you focus on depends upon what your question is. And the thing about your mind is your mind can only focus on few things at a time. Conscious mind can't focus on too many things. So do a small experiment. Go on a website where there are multiple kinds of information available, both talking about problems and resolutions. Go to that website with a thought about a particular problem and see, I want to know why people have this problem. You'll be surprised, every result that you find will revolve around why. And then visit the same website with an idea that, all right, what can we do to learn more? And you'll be surprised how your mind's focus completely shifts and you're looking for a different answer. In your day-to-day life, your conversations with people completely change depending upon what question you start your day with. Is this making sense now?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
instead of why me, what is a better question to ask?
what I can do or what I learn from it or what I can do about it. That's very
Correct. So except for why, every other question is good. How do I go about it? What can I do about it? Where can I resolve this problem? Who can I connect with? All of these are good questions because they're actionable,
yeah.
right? Which is one. Second, the reason why it becomes a bit of a problem is at times we think कि consciously मैंने पूछा why me, I did not get an answer, so the story got over there. Sadly, that's not how it works. Your mind hates unanswered questions. Have you ever been in a situation where you were talking to someone, the person said something and they missed out on a word, they did not know what word to speak, and then what do?
Fill the word.
Fill in the word. Why are we filling in the word?
Yeah, because we are looking for क्या बोलना चाह रहा था ये.
Correct. So we are not doing it because we are trying to help them. We are doing it because we are feeling very uncomfortable कि story empty रह गई, incomplete रह गई. Serials, when they end with to be continued, why do they have a recap and a precap in every serial?
Just to, of course, remind.
Correct, because they are giving you a story which then eventually leaves with you with a question, इसके बाद क्या हुआ होगा? आप 10 दिन एपिसोड नहीं देखोगे तो भी कुछ चेंज नहीं होता सेम ही है. But you will want to watch the next episode simply because in the previous episode they left you with a question. Why did this happen? What would happen after this? So because you don't know the answer, your mind has to keep looking for it. And a lot of resources in the background get utilized for that, which you could probably use for a lot of other things. Another example is, has this ever happened with you that, and it's not just conscious, the thing is your unconscious keeps searching for an answer. And once the unconscious takes it upon themselves to search for an answer, it will find an answer, whether you like it or you hate it.
That's true.
So has this again happened with you? You forgot someone's name. You tried really hard to recall that person's name consciously and the name would just not come up. And then you gave up. And then after a few minutes, the name just popped up when you were doing something else altogether.
2 दिन बाद भी आता है, in fact.
So क्यों क्या हुआ? आपने तो सोचना बंद कर दिया था. So how did you recall that name when you stopped thinking?
Unconscious was looking for it, yeah.
So the moment the conscious gives up, the unconscious takes it personally. कि ऐसे कैसे आंसर नहीं मिला? अब मैं ढूंढूंगा. And then the unconscious starts focusing on the answers and starts searching for the answers. So the idea is, if you ask the question why me, and another problem with why me is no answer will satisfy you. Think of it this way. You were to say, why did this happen to me? Because I made a mistake. Why did I make a mistake? Because I did not know how to deal with it. Why did I not learn how to deal with it? Because मुझे बचपन में किसी ने सिखाया नहीं. Why did people not teach me in the childhood? Because my parents were dumb. Why were my parents dumb? Why did I have to have parents like this? So no matter what answer you get in why me, you're really never satisfied with that why me unless you know what needs to be done. And the problem with the why me format is it doesn't tell you what needs to be done. It only keeps you deeper and deeper going into that dig.
And it is also, it's a good question who somebody believes he all good, like somebody like me, I always believe all good thing I deserve. So I like, why me? Because I'm the chosen one. Like that's a good question answer.
Yeah, but then you will not invest too much time on that, right? Then you are not investing too much time on that. The moment you get an answer because I deserve the best, your question and answer have come to an end. You are not really engrossed in that for having a why me conversation with yourself for months to come. And there are people who get stuck in that rut of asking why me for their lifetime.
So there are a lot of books, they start with your why. They like, I've read that kind of too much is like, ये क्यों कर रहे हो?
That's for the outcome. वो हमने भी किया जब आपने outcome future में लिखा कि future में what all will happen. That's actually your why. Why do you want to achieve this outcome? But that's not to find why are you not achieving the outcome. Why is for why do you want to set a particular goal?
I think I've noticed one problem with religion. I think a lot of people believe that why me they get answers from very religious people because this is their karma.
Can we please stick with the topic because I really need to leave in some time.
We are
you have the question. We are doing the question process now and the closure as well, right? And I only have half an hour to be here.
Correct. So I have the track of mine in my head. We will be done with that. I know that.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So just remember, but the thing with questions is it's important to understand this because a lot of us unknowingly get into that rut of why me. So this clarification is very important of why that why me is a problem and why you need to avoid that. Is this clear for all of you?
Yes, from me.
Anyone who has any questions about why me, because this is one mistake that every client that you will have will make. They will come and they will ask you, why is this happening with me? That's the first question that people ask generally. And if you're not able to help them address the reason why, they need to focus on some other questions. They don't let you go ahead. And
What
second is
we
the distinction. And second is the distinction between why me with respect to problem and why do I want to achieve the outcome. The question why I want to achieve the outcome is a good question that gives you motivation and desire. But the question why am I not able to achieve an outcome is a downward spiral.
So we'll ask them, let's focus on what you want to achieve.
And why do you want to achieve it, which is what future eventually does.
So we'll tell them, keep it aside right now, why me? And let's work on what you're looking for. That would be the simple answer.
So I tell the client what will be the purpose of finding why me. The client says this will help me resolve the problem. I tell them what if we can help you resolve the problem first. Because when you tell the client put the why me question aside, it's very difficult for them to do it. But when you tell them what is the point of why me, eventually the point is they want to resolve the problem. Right? And then you ask them, all right, so if you want to resolve the problem, I can help you with that. You don't need, we will come to why me if required, but we are not going to focus on that. The focus will be on resolution. And that the client agrees with.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. So this was about why me. So now just to summarize this, ask yourself questions on what needs to be done next. That's the key.
We'll ask client to do that. Okay, just ask yourself what needs to be
Correct.
done.
So
next.
the process that I follow with clients is this. I'll tell the client every night before you sleep. Ask yourself, what do I need to do to achieve my outcome? In the morning, see if there are some thoughts that come to your mind which can drive you in that direction. So basically, you're giving them a night's time for their dreams to tell them what can be done. If they get some answers, they can put it in their plan of action. If they don't get an answer, they can keep that question open. And then during the day, when they have an interaction with people, when they read things, they start getting more answers. So this is to help you also understand when people come and tell you, I want to achieve something, but I don't know how to achieve it. Can you tell me how? So this is your answer. If you want to find how, this is the process to follow. That before sleeping in the night, ask yourself, what do I need to do? And during the day, keep this question in your head. What this does is it gives you something to tell the client what they can do without you really telling them the exact steps that they need to take. So it avoids the scope of you giving advices to them, but yet giving them a takeaway technique that they can follow. Is that clear?
And this is to be done before SOFC.
Before, during, whenever the client feels that I don't know what to do next. This is basically whenever the client wants to find what else can I do.